from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the message of the Divine Masculine for his beloved for the 2018 Lionsgate portal. So the period for this message is August 8th to the 18th. Okay, that's because I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to give readings next week. I have been gone for about a month, and that was because I had to cope with the volume of those who got a couple's Akashic Records reading with me, and it was very enlightening for all of those. So thank you for sending in your feedback, and it is always truly wonderful to see the synchronicities, because when I do get those the images of what happened in your past lives before, I totally have no idea. I don't know any of you personally, so half the time I really don't know if it's accurate. I just have to trust. But then your feedback comes in, your letters, and it is wonderful confirmation of how spirit works through that kind of session and reading. And some have found it very healing and cathartic, because they're able to patch the pieces together, put the pieces together of why things are the way they are now, and that brings a greater compassion and understanding to the situation that you have now. Anyway, it is Lionsgate tomorrow, and I'm hoping that I can post this up just in time for that. I do watch a Twin Flame Weekly video, because I discussed there the importance of this Lionsgate portal, because it is the culmination of what we began working on last year. And for the entire year, from Lionsgate last year, we have been the recipient of Diamond Light and Water codes. Okay, and this portal heralds the merging of that. Okay, so there you have it. As always, I've already prayed over the cards and shuffled them, and at the bottom of the deck, and usually when it's the message of the Divine Masculine, this would be his energies. If you watch a Twin Flame Weekly video, it looks like he is in a better place, and I say that in the context of his own personal ascension journey, and that's a good thing for both twins all around, because your hard work is paying off, and the Divine Masculine is pushing through. Okay, so here at the bottom of the deck, we have here first the Six of Swords. And this is what I was talking about, because in the Six of Swords, it usually means moving towards better things, safer pastures, safe in the sense that, because here you can see this man who is on a balloon is fleeing this village that's burning. Okay, we've had a lot of fires now in Greece, and my heart goes out to those who've lost their homes, their livelihoods, and also I think there have been forest fires all over the world. And those who live in the Western Hemisphere, that may intensify, because summer's just coming in, right? Okay, well, in here where I live, in the eastern part of the world, we are being drenched with so much water that it's causing floods and all that. But I don't like the floods, but I do like the rain. It's actually what I missed when I lived in the US, because here it is dramatic, jungle-like rain. It's different. It's very cleansing. Okay, so anyway, the Divine Masculine moving on, moving forward, and leaving those things that are already untenable, already unsustainable. Look, so that he can be the master of his own creation. It's like he's abandoned what he's created before, and now he just wants to be at the helm again. And this is akin to the Emperor card that appeared in the Twin Flame Weekly reading. Look here, because we have the King of Pentacles wanting to materialize that, manifest that in 3D. But based on what? What are his blueprints? Look at this. This is where, because he's been given the gift of almost like second sight, but really given access to his divinity, and him being a multidimensional being, he can see past what is in front of him. Before, he was very skeptical and cynical, and that this is it. There can't be anything more because this is what's in front of me. But this time around, look at this. Through his lens, which it's like his pineal gland has been cleared, okay? He's able now to see more beauty, more love than what just, because for him before, these would just be cups, okay? It's cups of lost love, a stale marriage, a relationship that has been passed, but now he sees the beauty of it now. So if you were in separation, if you were you broke up with your divine masculine, but somehow you've had contact with him before, and this would be directed towards a segment of the twin flame population who have met their twin flames in the physical. Here, this is a new appreciation of what went on before. Okay, and this would be his blueprint moving forward, wanting to do something more with what already existed. Because look at this, he has two kings here. There's the King of Wands. See, that is his desire to create and actualize it in the physical. So see, this is him in his new upgraded light body, understanding the scheme of things, okay, and how things have unfolded in his life. And there, so, and look at this, there is success for him. This is the Six of Wands, and this heralds victory and success. This creature here has just come out of the forest, but you can see in the background there is the fullness of the moon. Okay, there's a fullness of the moon because he's coming out of it. Remember, he has just embraced the divine feminine within himself, and with that as a foundation, he moves forward. He's being welcomed now because he's gotten out of his that transformative process that was very difficult for the divine masculines, because they had to access their own vulnerabilities, which would be characteristic of the divine feminine, right? And for the longest time, they didn't want to face that because they felt it made them look weak. They didn't want to embrace that as part of themselves. And that also is connected to the fact why they have stayed on with partners, even if they're with karmic partners, even if their contracts with them, the mission with them have already been accomplished, because they were still operating from the stereotype of I would be seen as weak if I either abandon this post, if I just leave her or give up. But now, because there is an embodiment, and you know that the divine masculine is starting to operate now from his heart, not his head. His head is telling him, this is what other people will say about me. His heart is telling him otherwise. Okay? But now he's moving forward because he has embraced that. Look, there is a fullness there as far as his journey is concerned. And that's what we have for the energies of the divine masculine. Now, as for his message, let's open these cards here. Okay, we have the Three of Coins. We have the Hierophant card. We have the Star. We have the Six of Coins. We have the Knight of Swords. The Four of Coins. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, look, because the Divine Masculine is coming in from a really good place. This is an invitation to his beloved. He's saying basically that let's create this, the third consciousness, together. Okay, look at them working on, and this would be the embodiment of Osiris, Isis, and when Osiris became whole, and all his body parts, which had been scattered all around the globe, were retrieved. Then, by some magic, they created Horus. Horus would be the third energy here. That is also what we are trying to create as twin flames. But here is an invitation now. He says that, look, he's taking his place at the table. And he wants to build this so that you can create more than what that would be more akin to the sum, greater than its parts. Okay? Because here we have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant implies a meeting of some goal, some clause in your soul contract with your divine beloved. Because look at this is the Star, this is the blueprint. Okay, so there is much hope that this will be met. Okay, here we have the Hierophant card. This is with the help of the divine. You can see now that the Divine Masculine, the reason why he wants to embark on this project already is because, look, he has met his, it's like a mini goal, okay, of seeing the bigger aspects of him. You can see here that there is a miniature person here. This would signify his human self, his 3D self, the way he is now. But when the Hierophant appears, this always implies that there is something greater here at work. Okay, and this his realization that his existence right now is but a sliver, an aspect of the totality of himself in other dimensions, as well as in this one, that he is much bigger than just this person. And you see here, because usually the Hierophant also implies meeting, you can see that this mini goal, let's call it, has been met, which is why the divine blueprint is coming to the fore. He's being reminded of it. You know how stars, they help sailors navigate the seas. At night, when, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise, but if you look up at the skies, you're in the middle of the vast ocean, you get awestruck. It's exhilarating and it's terrifying at the same time, because all you see is the blackness and the vastness of that pitch black darkness all around you, and also not knowing what lies beneath the ocean. Okay, and there are no signposts, there are no landmarks that turn left here. Okay, pedestrian crossing, there's nothing like that. So the seafarers, the sailors, they took their guidance from the constellations, the positions of the stars, and that's what's helping the Divine Masculine navigate his way through. Okay, it's just like this mini goal has been met. So now he has a better appreciation and comprehension of what he agreed to prior to incarnation. Okay, so and he's saying, because look at this here, we have the six of coins, and the six of coins implies generosity, charity, help. You can see here this man is standing on a pedestal, and this woman who needs some help, he is offering some of the coins to help her. And all the divine masculine is saying is that he is in a position now to, like I said earlier, to take one for the team. Okay, the divine feminine has been sort of carrying a lot of the burden, while the divine masculine has been undergoing his own awakening and his journey. Sometimes unaware that that is the journey that he's on. Other times still in denial that he is on that journey. And it has taken its toll on the divine feminine. It has been very difficult. And right now, that's why if you see the Twin Flame Weekly video, well, that portion of the divine feminines which find themselves in rather trying circumstances, divine masculine is saying now that he is in a position wherein he can help. She doesn't have to bear the weight anymore. It's about time that the divine masculine offer his contribution, so to speak. And that is why there is movement forward. And this movement forward is in sync with the Six of Swords. Here we have the Knight of Swords, and that's okay. I'm getting another message, because for the other divine masculines who have been trapped in situations wherein they felt bound by this situation, wherein they stayed because they have to provide, and the people that he's providing for can't stand up for themselves, and they have been, it's like it became his own personal cage, because he was living from obligation. And from obligation, resentment crops up. This is something that he is trying to resolve. That's why the Knight of Swords here, and that would be the warrior of the court cards here, shedding truth. Not only truth, but really cutting off those situations in which other people were dependent on him, but not in a good way. You know how it is that there are parasites in the animal world, okay? There are parasites, and then there are animals wherein it becomes a symbiotic relationship, okay? And they help each other out in equal measure. But for those who find themselves trapped in situations like this, then we have the Knight of Swords energy to help him cut his ties from those situations. Okay, because yeah, so there are two. For the other segment of the divine masculine, telling his beloved that he is ready to take his place, and to switch places and say, I'm gonna take this on for a while. Okay, just rest or relax. You've taken on a lot. And for the others, it's realizing that they are in this situation wherein there is a sense of obligation already, and that has entrapped them, and now they want to free themselves from that situation. Okay, so here the last message we have here is, look, the divine masculine being escorted with the divine feminine through, well, this would be really the Lionsgate portal. You can see here divine feminine, she's fully transformed already, and she is ushering in the divine masculine, who is still holding on to some of his coins and this would represent the things that he's attached to in 3D. Nevertheless, he's moving along. There's just a wistful look there, but because he knows that he needs to get through this portal, and for that he needs also to take risks. Here we have the Seven of Swords, and this is depicted by a circus performer, really a sword swallower. Number one, this means that a certain skill has to be acquired in order to safely incorporate this sword within the circus performer's body without it hurting him. Okay, and this implies risks. So as the divine masculine embraces the truth of his situation and the truth of what will be required, what will be needed to create his own reality. Remember here, the two kings, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, wanting to create this. Okay, he knows that he has to undertake some risks. It is not a risk-free venture wherein it's like a sure thing. This letting go, it's very painful. But now he realizes that it has to be done. So this risk is associated with the divine masculine incorporating the truth that he is now privy to. Okay, so that's what I have for you for this period for August 8th to the 18th. I'll try I'll see if I can give out a reading next week, and I hope this helped you. And in order to get full benefit of this Lionsgate portal, it is best that you are a clear channel. Okay, you're clear so that the downloads there's space for those downloads to flourish, to really circulate within you. Okay, so for those who haven't gotten yet an advanced RASHEEBA session, this is going to help you walk in divine light. Number one, it's going to activate your divine light, and it's going to help you walk your life in divine light towards divine union. Okay, and for those who have gotten RASHEEBA sessions, well, this is a good time to maintain. Okay, because we want to get full benefit of this portal. And when there is emotional debris there, when there is because especially the divine feminines, they seem to be going through a tough time, to clear all that, because there's always residue. Okay, and this combined energy of Osiris and Isis, of Ra and Isis, right? It's very strong, it's very potent, but it clears fast, so that you get the full benefit of this Lionsgate portal. Okay, so that's what I have for you, everyone. Take care. Bye.